Hello YouTube, I Fix It All here, Team I Fix It All. What was you saying, honey?
And I was out there picking blueberries, and our roosters are trash talking roosters with the roosters over that hill, right? And you know, they're back and forth a little bit, and I'm laughing because, you know, I figure they're your mama jokes and things are going on, right? But all of a sudden I hear a rooster over the other hill start in, and only I'm sitting there and I'm laughing because the thing sounds like an elephant.
Loudmouth chickens. So what are we doing today?
If I get to it today, which I hopefully will. Wait.
Look what I've done.
All right, squirrel.
Sumac. Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. So, a lot of people don't let their summer squash get ginormous, which is a waste. I mean, it truly is.
Grab one.
Ginormous.
Yep.
Right? Ginormous. This one isn't ginormous, but he's weird.
It's got horns.
Yeah, it's just,
this.
It's just weird.
All right, so this seed I would have labeled as yellow crookneck bumpy squash. Yes.
It's weird. But anyway, today, so if you let them get ginormous, that means you have more squash. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Right? I mean, that you don't have the little ones. Well, never mind. So, if you have more squash, you can do more stuff with squash. And my Zqoodle cutter, my Zqoodle cutter. Zqoodles. We're making yellow squash.
We're making this a word. Everyone who makes spaghetti noodles out of squash.
Yeah.
We're trying to turn this into a word.
Now, I suppose it would be easier if you, and less time consuming, if you had one of those weird spiralizer things. I do not. I got rid of mine. I didn't like it. And you'd probably have to, I don't know, cut things down. But really, these, I like these. So they make little spaghetti noodles. And it's a pain in the butt to clean, but that's all right. This will probably get me probably 4 quarts, maybe 5 quart bags that end up, let me go get one out of the freezer.
Oh my God, you're a pain in the butt, guys. You have 40 acres to go check out, and you choose the porch.
So there they are, frozen.
Zqoodles.
Zqoodles. Do the Zqoodle dance. Sorry. I had to.
That was cute.
I had to. But anyway, that's enough for, one sitting.
Let me go marshmallow them. Whoa, they shut up. They heard the word.
They heard the word. I told
what?
you, they understand.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. All animals understand.
They shut
They
up
know
as soon
their
as I
favorite
said
words.
marshmallow them.
Now you're running late on doing it.
I just marshmallowed them.
The other thing that you can do with larger squash is you can grate it. Technically, you're going to run into two schools of thought on freezing squash. One is that you have to blanch it before you freeze it, and the other is that it's a waste of time and energy to blanch it before you freeze it. If you are when I grate it, I do not blanch. I just stuff it in a bag and I throw it in the freezer.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because the texture
It'll go too
and
soft.
the color, no, the texture and the color don't matter to me. I'm going to use that in breads, in dessert breads.
Ah.
The Zqoodles, I do blanch. I have not tried them unblanched, but I think that maybe they hold their shape a little bit better by blanching. That's my theory. Like I said, I haven't tried them without doing that, But yeah, so if you think that your garden has gotten, and this is not the case here. I do this purposely. But if you think that your squash has gotten a little unruly and out of control, and they're starting to get ginormous, and you're thinking, gee, they're just gone. No, they are absolutely not gone. If the skin's a little bit tougher than you like, which these aren't, peel them.
Put your fingernail in there, kind of like testing a. See that?
Yeah. But
do that again. Yeah, that's how you test to see if a pumpkin is ripe.
And you don't want your fingernail to go through a pumpkin. You want the skin to be hard. But anyway, we're talking summer squash. If for whatever reason you think that the skin's a little tougher than you want, peel it. The inside flesh is still going to be really, really good and tender. And you can use it the same as you use the little ones that you buy in the store that are like the size of the neck on that one. You can use it the same way, you just get more of it.
How much do you think that squash would cost at Kroger?
They wouldn't sell that at Kroger. I have never seen large summer squash in a grocery store. Never. Not once.
Probably because it's based on the idea people are slicing the skin and the squash and eating it together with the skin.
You can do here too.
Yeah.
Now you might find some at farmers markets, maybe, but I was talking last night to the woman who runs the market that I go to, and I said, "Why? I probably have some yellow squash I can maybe bring next week." They are just full of themselves today. But anyway, she was specifically asking for small ones. And I told her, I can do that, but it's really missing an opportunity. It's missing an opportunity to put more back for winter, which saves you money. I mean, you figure this probably has the same amount of squash in one that you are going to get in
4.
Yeah, 4 that you buy at the grocery store. So, you have to de-seed more often with a larger squash. But that's not a problem either, because all you do is cut it in half and scoop the seeds out, and it can go in your compost, or you can just dump it.
Let's talk about that for a second, because I'm already eyeballing these for seeds I wasn't counting on.
Mm-hmm.
Since this is mature, what Miss Britz is going to do is run the knife around the perimeter.
I'm going to basically score it.
She's going to score it deep and then split it open like you're opening a book. When you slice these, if you're after the seed or if you know you're going to want the seed, you're going to be very surprised how much good viable seed you have damaged with your knife blade.
Yep. Which he fusses at me about.
I have an opportunity here to obtain seed that I wasn't counting on.
I think you're going to get probably better seed out of this one.
I don't know if they're the same. These are not off the same plant, are they?
No, they are not.
Because this is called yellow
these
crook neck bumpy, and then there is yellow straight neck bumpy.
But
then there's
I'm
kind of tired of tracking it all.
They've mingled.
I think I'm just going to classify it as 2 next year: yellow bumpy,
and
yellow smooth. And if they happen to have a crook neck, who cares?
It's
they
the
don't
same
taste any
squash.
different.
It's just a slightly and the bumpy and the smooth, they're the same squash. It's just a small genetic difference.
Maybe my bag of seed will be yellow bumpy crook neck or smooth squash.
Hey, so long as it doesn't say acorn.
I know.
And we always lose track of what squash we plant where anyway. I mean, and then they cross.
And my NFL squash is not looking like NFL squash. It's looking like pumpkin.
Or soccer ball.
Or soccer balls now. You know what? Wouldn't that be funny?
Not all of it. There is quite a lot that it looks like.
But hey guys, what Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff is this? If anybody wants to identify. I've never ever seen a squash have little horns on it. Like, was it trying to protect itself?
No, it's all it is it's a malformation involving probably the stem. And it just kind of...
Very weird.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's what we're doing today. And I think I've got my sumac tea mastered. Yep, I'm golden on
You're
that.
showing that I'm using prepackaged food for dinner, but I have to use it because...
Oh, Jiffy corn mix without this?
Yeah, but I'm using
Honestly,
the yams.
this is so useful.
It is. And it's tasty. It's better than my cornbread recipe. So, know when something's better than...
I mean, I can't remember when you haven't used this.
I have a cornbread recipe that I've put up and used before. I like how this behaves better. And it's cheap enough that it's less expensive for me to buy it in a box than it is to put the same amount together at home. Or it was. I don't know. Bread's getting kind of... It's almost cheap, as cheap to make my own bread as it is to purchase bread.
Well, I'll be getting seed, and I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to call this bumpy yellow.
You do what you're going to do.
So it doesn't even matter if it's crook neck or not.
I don't think it matters because I treat it all the same anyway.
This way I'll have less possibilities of errors out there on the raised garden beds for you to point out. Because I can say it's a yellow squash, honey.
Okay, but see, I didn't care about that. The acorn that is actually yellow squash out there, that's a big difference.
But at least I could hide it longer.
The acorn.
Okay.
We have trouble growing acorn. I don't know why.
All right, guys, you take her easy. See ya. Bye.